Welcome everyone to today's Friday Inspiration. It's my last live broadcast from London, so this is kind of a special event. And hopefully you will stay to the end because I have something very special, special announcement, a really special opportunity that I want to share with everyone. So tonight we are talking about how to navigate this how to navigate Mercury retrograde how to navigate love during Mercury retrograde. Thank you. And so here we are, we're all ready to start coming out of lockdown. So there's three things I want to talk about. One is I wanted to talk about the energies that are coming up right now that we're trying to navigate as we're moving forward. And two, what does this retrograde mean? Like, how is it going to affect you? And then three, how can you manage it so that you can really thrive during this time? So first of all, I want you to just think about, where we are. Hey, Bess and Roslyn, everybody, thanks for showing up. So here we are in the, towards the end of this lockdown. I know on Monday, I'm going to be heading back to California. Some people are already starting to go back to work. There's a lot of protests in the United States. And so there's a lot of energy is getting stirred up right now. And so there's going to be a lot of conflicting energies because on one hand, here we are, we've had all this time to do a lot of research and discover what's really going on. And of course, we're also discovering there's still a lot of people who are asleep. So we've sort of been in our bubble, doing all this research, finding out all this information. And in this lockdown, as we start to come out of this lockdown, we're going to not be in our bubbles anymore. And we're going to be surrounded by a lot of really sleepy people, maybe angry people, afraid people. And so it's going to be a big challenge on how we're going to navigate all this. So these are some of the energies that are showing up. Here we are in this, we're kind of starting to get let loose here as we're coming out of this big sequestering. And so when that happens, you start to see how this is going to affect all of you. And it may be different for everybody because everybody's coming out of this with a different lens, right? So we're starting to see the world through this lens here that we've created. If you're still in a lot of fear, that's the lens you're going to see everything through when you get out of lockdown. And that's all you're going to see. You're just going to see fear everywhere. If you're angry, if you're really angry because of everything that's happened and you want justice and you want someone to assassinate Bill Gates or, you just want this to end, we want to cut the head of the snake off, well, then when we get out of lockdown, that's all we're going to see is anger everywhere. And we're probably going to magnetize a lot of that anger to us as well. So this is just some of the issues that can come just coming out of lockdown, just coming out of this whole mess that we've been in. But then we have on top of that, we have this Venus retrograde. If I said Mercury retrograde, I meant Venus retrograde. So this only happens, it's an event that only happens once every 18 months. So every year and a half, we have this event where it's a little bit like Mercury retrograde, where it's like it's going in reverse. So what does that mean energetically? I'm here to give you the energetics of what all this means. Just like Mercury retrograde is a chance to review, reflect, replenish, reinvent things, we're being given the same opportunity with love because that's what Venus is about. Venus is about love and beauty and family. And so this is a lot of what we're going to be stepping into. Here we're coming out, but there's another energy that wants to go inward. That energy of retrograde is about going inward. So how is this going to affect you guys? A few things. One is it's going to affect your relationships. So if you're not in a relationship, this might be a time where people are going to want to jump into a relationship or jump into connecting with people. And so, like during a Venus retrograde would not be the time to actually start a new relationship. Just like it's not the time to buy a new computer during a Mercury retrograde. Now, if you have to, then you have to use extra caution. You have to use more discernment. You have to cross all your T's and dot your I's. So it's kind of the same thing with Venus retrograde. If you find yourself just falling head over heels over someone, really go slow, be cautious, be careful. So that's one thing. Another thing is that just like during a Mercury retrograde, people tend to show up from the past because it's all about reviewing and reflecting. Well, the same thing might happen with the Venus retrograde, only these are past relationships that might show up. And so this may really trigger you. And of course, I'm all about using anything that triggers you as an opportunity to heal yourself, find out what's going on in here. So, love is, and you've heard me say this before, love is not something you actually go out to get. Love is something that's self-generated. And then our outer world reflects that back to us by the things that we magnetize, by the things that we create in our world around us. So as we are reflecting and reviewing in this Mercury retrograde, the most important thing that we need to do is to use this as an opportunity to go inward, because that's what this is all about. It's reflect, review ourselves. And since this is where love starts, this is where we have to look and review and discover what's triggering us. What do we really miss about love? What do we really miss about connections? And where are there places in us that feel unlovable, or where we keep sabotaging love, or we don't allow love into our life? There is this place in us that has this balance of masculine and feminine energies. So there already is this divine union that exists within us. If that union is distorted or it's not aligned, these are some of the things that can show up during this Venus retrograde. So it's actually going to be an amazing opportunity. And this retrograde actually lasts 40 days. So this is not like a few weeks like the Mercury retrograde. 40 days. Well, actually that is short, isn't it? 40 days. Okay, it's a month and a half. But it's a little bit longer than the Mercury retrograde. At any rate, it's a perfect opportunity to take these 40 days, and it just started on the 13th, to take these 40 days as an opportunity to really go inward. Notice what's coming up. And as leaders, most of you or a lot of you are leaders that come on and listen to what I have to say. A lot of you are leaders. And as we're going out after this lockdown, the last thing we need is more angry people, right? People who are afraid. And so as leaders, we need to lead the way into showing more love. Now, I know even for myself, I know that I have gotten triggered by the things that I'm seeing. I am a Libra, and for me, it's all about what's fair and what's just, and there's just so much injustice right now that, sometimes I get really, really angry. So, even for me, this is an opportunity to look inward, because everything in our outer world is a reflection of our inner world. And we are all connected, right? That's probably one of the biggest things we've discovered during this whole lockdown is how we're all connected. We are all one. And so if there's anger and discord and fear out here, then there must be some place in us, and us as leaders need to lead the way in looking inward and finding out what those places are, so that when we come out of lockdown, we're leading the way with love and setting an example and having some compassion for these people, because they've been spending all this time just garbage in, and they've got nothing else that can come out but garbage, fear, anger. And there's a lot of distortions that are happening as a result of this. So we need to have more compassion for these people. And so this is really the way that leaders need to come forward and be able to lead into and out of this lockdown in a way that's going to help the whole planet. Now, as we evolve and grow, usually our initial inclination is just to kind of be concerned about what's going on here. As we grow and expand, so does our circle of influence. Then we start being more concerned about our immediate family, maybe our communities, and it just starts expanding out further and further from there. And so you who are leaders who are on and follow me, this is where our focus is now, isn't it? It's much more global. And so as we continue to grow and expand, then we are going to have a global effect. And I feel honored and blessed that I've been given so much information to help all of you navigate through all this and to continue to release these dark energies off planet. I was really excited when I discovered that. When they showed me that, it's like, oh good, this stuff needs to get out of here. It needs to go off the whole planet, so out of here. So that was really great. So Spirit is always directing me, and I'm always listening. There was a promise I made when I was in the Amazon that I would do whatever they asked. And sometimes I go, are you sure? Like, that's what you really want me to do? And so I just keep listening. And that's why I come on when I do. I come on every Friday. And sometimes I'm inspired in between to come on and share new things so that I can help as many people as possible to ascend in a way that's coming from our heart, but not from our ego, and not bypassing any of this spiritual stuff, that it's really coming from a really grounded place. So I wanted to share an opportunity with you, something that Spirit has directed me to do. And, at first I was really excited, and I thought, are you sure? That's a lot. Are you sure you want me to do this? So this is what Spirit is directing me to do during this Venus retrograde, so that we can become aligned and clear all of these distortions so that we can be better leaders that are leading with love. So starting this Sunday, which is my monthly global meditation anyway, I'm going to be doing an hour-long meditation that's geared all around this. Like, how do we really navigate and prepare and eliminate all these energies that are going to maybe sidetrack us or distort us or trigger us? How do we clear all of this stuff while we're navigating this retrograde? So this is what we're going to be clearing this Sunday for a whole hour. We're going to go really deep, clearing all kinds of stuff. And of course, I never know what is going to show up, who shows up, what kind of energies need to be cleared, because I'm just in the present moment and just listening to what needs to be cleared and what needs to be done. So that's a kind of the first step of what Spirit has guided me to do, is to gear this whole hour just for these energies. So it's going to be really, really powerful. So that's the first thing I want to invite you to. And this is, if you've never done it, join us for free. It's part of a monthly membership, but you won't get charged until the following month. So it's really a great opportunity to help you navigate and clear all these energies. So that's part one. You can start with that. Part two is that Spirit is directing me, starting the following Friday, to do a meditation every single day until this retrograde is over. So that's going to be, so from this Sunday all the way to the end of the retrograde is 40 days. 40 days we're going to be navigating all this energy. So we're doing this on Sunday, the hour long, and then I need a little bit of time to get home and get settled. So that's why we're going to wait until Friday to really start up with doing a daily meditation for 20 minutes where I can just kind of tell, although I'm not there yet, so I don't have a specific plan, but I just kind of know how these things go. In the beginning, you do a little more of the excavating, clearing. Of course, we'll be clearing out through the whole thing. And then each day it just keeps building on itself. And so these are small increments so that every day you're going to be clear. Your vibration is going to be clear and aligned so that you can move out into the world in this high vibration. So every single day we're going to do this for 40 days and for 20 minutes. And so we're going to be, clearing all the triggers. You guys are going to be bringing it all to the table, and I'll just be clearing what keeps showing up. So triggers, we'll be clearing any triggers that show up, all the places that you don't feel lovable, all the fears around being unlovable or fear of loving, of being loved, allowing yourself to receive love, giving yourself permission, being able to have a voice to be able to express how you love. And so just on and on and on. It's going to be really exciting. Navigating and clearing that inner divine alignment with our masculine and feminine energies. So it just feels really powerful, something I'm really excited about. And so, that's what leaders do. They listen and they take inspired action. So 2 days ago, I didn't know I was going to do this. Yesterday, this showed up and Spirit says, okay, this is what we're doing next. So I just finished my 6-week program with a small group of women, and we spent 6 weeks calibrating our energies. And I didn't think I would be doing another program until August. That was kind of what I had in my mind. And so this kind of just came really out of the blue. And then the bigger and more surprising thing was how much Spirit wanted me to charge for this. Or how little, I'll say, how little. So just to give you an idea of the value that I'm bringing to you. For someone to work with me for a month, which is 1 hour and a half clearing, and then a month of support, which means temperature readings 3 times a week, to participate in that program, which is available you can look at it anywhere on my website, is $750 to be able to just get a month of support and that one-to-one clearing for an hour and a half. So here we are, we're going to be doing 40 days of daily clearings, except for there's a little gap between the Sunday and the next Friday. And Spirit says that I'm only supposed to charge $222. So this is, I'm not giving you a big price and then it's knock down. No, this is what it is. And to me, it's kind of like a no-brainer. If you've ever thought of working with me and kind of wanted to jump in, or like if you are wanting to have a new relationship or you want the relationship that you're in to run a little smoothly, or relationships with your family, but most importantly, your relationship with yourself. If you know you can't look in the mirror and absolutely adore yourself, then this is really a program that you would benefit from. So if you feel inspired to do this, we're going to be posting the link so that you can sign up for that now. And if you sign up for that now, of course, you'll be able to participate in the Sunday meditation for free, because you can sign up for that as well. And so, I hope you get that this is a rare opportunity. I've never done this before. I don't know if I'll ever do it again, but another reason why I'm inspired by this whole thing is because I've been really blessed. So I don't worry about money, and it just flows. Like, if I want to do something, money flows, and so I don't worry about money. It just shows up. And so I feel really blessed because of that. And so to be able to, come on here every week and share inspiration and do clearings and so forth is, that's my way of giving back. And so this feels like just more of a way that I can continue to help all of you guys in a way that you can put a little skin in the game and show a little bit of, commitment to your own growth and expansion. And so that's what I wanted to share with you tonight. I'm not going to be doing a clearing tonight. I'm going to save that for Sunday, because this is much bigger. Navigating this Venus retrograde is much bigger than just doing a little 15-20 minute clearing here. I want to spend a whole hour on Sunday, and we're really going to dive deep. So I hope you'll think about that. So, in summary, I just want you to reflect on, the energies you're going to be stepping into when you come out of lockdown. Some of this might be confusing because there's this energy that wants to go out. Yay, we're free. But then, whoa, people are really kind of weird out here, and they're angry and they're scared. It's like, I don't know, I wasn't prepared for this. I think I'll go back home. And so, this is an opportunity to go inward and really reflect during this retrograde about, places in you that maybe still need a little love and a little nurturing, a little self-nurturing. If you haven't been loving and adoring yourself, then you need to come in and join this program. So I hope you'll join. There is also a limited amount of people that can join this platform. There is a limit to that. So hopefully you'll join. If you join today, of course, you'll be able to get in on Sunday, and that's also included. This will be open and available. Like, if you decide, I want to do this, but I'm not sure if it's really going to work or if it's for me, you can do this, and I'm offering a refund that will be available until the following Friday. I think that's what it was. So after 5 days of starting this Sunday, first 5 days you'll have a chance. No, it's the first 5 days of the meditation, sorry. So you can try the hour-long meditation, and then 5 days so you can get a feel of how this is going to go. And either it works for you or not. Either I'm not offended either way. I just want to be of service, and I think this is an amazing, valuable service. So if you want to check it out and just see, then sign up. It's $222. Refund is available for the first 5 days of the daily meditation. So join us. You guys have any questions? Let me just check and see what you guys have to say. And so these will all be recorded as well. All of the sessions will be recorded, so you can, because like Australia, this is going to be the time, okay? It's going to be at 11:11 for me, because that's my big thing is I love that number. It's all about how our thoughts create our reality. So that's where the platform I'll be sitting on is get on the line at 11. I'll be starting at 11:11, and we'll do it for 20 minutes. So that's the time. And then because Australia, it'll be 4 in the morning. So if you want to get in on that, the recordings will be invaluable for you. So yes, they'll be recorded. Let's see what else. Okay, great, good. So we already have some people who are who want in on this. So that's great. Awesome, you're a Virgo too. Awesome. Yay for Virgos. So many people on, great. And I don't see any questions. So if you decide that you have a question afterwards and you want to just know something, well, just email support@kimberlysherry.com, and hopefully you'll be joining us. So otherwise, I will see you guys on Sunday for our call, and we're going to spend an hour diving deep into navigating this Venus retrograde. So hopefully I'll see you then, and if not, I guess maybe next Friday's inspiration. I don't know if I'll be doing a meditation or not, but I always have something inspiring to say. At least you guys tell me you're inspired by this, so that's good. All right, friends, sending much love, and I appreciate all your well wishes for safe travels, and until we meet again, keep asking my favorite question. How? How does it get any better than this? Stay in that blissful question of, I wonder. All right, friends, sending much love. So we shut all of this down. Okay, great. Thank you. This one.